Elly Wicks and James Vandermeer here to preview the race we have all been waiting for. It's happening this Friday night right here at Sandown Park. It is the Group 1 TAB Melbourne Cup. It is a huge one, James. It's worth $600,000.
Correct, Elly. It is. It's the pinnacle of the sport, and the owners, the trainers, the connections, they're not just chasing the prize money. They're chasing this prestigious trophy. It is the greatest race in greyhound racing, and it's happening here live at Sandown Park, where we are right now on Friday night.
Oh, it's going to be a big night, but let's have a look at the all-important TAB odds and box draw. In box 1, it's Barton Vale $8.50, box 2, Wormburner $7.50, in 3, the short price favourite Zambora Brocky $2, in 4, Tripham $10, box 5, Andis Max $7.50, box 6, Outside Pass $5.50, box 7, Matt Machine $41, and in box 8, Jezelenko $8.50. The 2 reserves, Blazing Bomber and Bruce Tycoon. So James, we saw 8 heats run right here last Friday night at Sandown Park over the 515 metres. Talk us through that.
Well, there were the best of the best going around, no doubt about that, Elly. We'll start with the Victorian greyhounds. Drawing box 1 in the final, Barton Vale. Look, he comes into the race showing blistering speed. He's the least experienced. He's had now 8 wins, though, from just 11 starts, and he jumps from box 1. Connections electing that maybe he was better drawn if he had have drawn out wide as he did in the heat. But, of course, the owner, Paul Wheeler, chasing 5 Melbourne Cups. Wouldn't that be a staggering effort? Well, Zambora Brocky, he's going around the even money favourite. 29.06 heat win. He was brilliant from the get-go, and naturally, with a run like that, he's going to be extremely hard to beat. We move on to Jezelenko, drawn box number 8. Look, he was classy. He showed plenty of zip. He deserves to be in a big final, and he'll make his presence felt from box number 8. And the other of the Victorians being Matt Machine for Jamie Ennis. Look, he's a youngster, inexperienced, but a great effort, great achievement just to be in the race. And Jamie's had a bit of Melbourne Cup experience with 2 runners in the past couple of years. A 4th and a 5th. He'll be hoping to go a few better this year.
Okay, so it could be one to watch. That was the Victorians. What about the interstaters?
Yeah, Elly, look, we've got 4 classy interstate raiders here for the Melbourne Cup, and we start with Andos Mac, the Sydney sider, has been beginning brilliantly in New South Wales. I guess the query here at Sandown Park, he hasn't been pinging the lids as well. We'll see what plays out this week. We move along Wormburner, the pride of South Australia. He finally cracked a win outside of SA for the first time in a Melbourne Cup heat, so that's a tremendous effort. Look, a Melbourne Cup hasn't been won by a South Australian since 1991. Ooh, so it's up against it for Wormburner. We move along then to Outside Pass. I think this greyhound's a real classy conveyance. She showed in the past she can run a 29.10 here. That'll be enough to push winning a Melbourne Cup. She's just drawn awkwardly in 6 and the only female greyhound in the race. And we move down, of course, to the last of them being Tripham. Track record holder at Casino, winner of the Lismore Cup. Form line's good, hard to knock.
Well, you've got your work cut out for you. What are your selections? I don't know how you're going to do this.
Yeah, look, my selections, I'm going with the favourite. I'm not normally one to go the favourite, but I think I'm tipping 3 on top, Zambora Brocky to beat 6, 5 and 1. For second, I've gone with number 6, Outside Pass. I think she is the class runner and the only greyhound in the race that can actually push Zambora Brocky from the halfway mark home. For third, I've gone with 5, Andos Mac, Sydney sider. He pings the leads like he can in Wentworth Park in New South Wales. I think he'll play a big part in this race. And I've thrown in 1 for the top 4, that being Barton Vale.
Okay.
Look, I just think he is drawn to get a decent run. He's quick early. He'll be there for a long way. So that's how I see the race.
Box 1, so could be all right.
Well, interestingly enough, I think it's around about 10 years since a greyhound's exited box 1 to win. And interestingly enough, a greyhound hasn't exited box 3, Zambora Brocky's box, and won a Melbourne Cup for over 20 years.
Wow, okay. But you're thinking he's going to do well?
Well, I'm thinking he is extremely talented. He's had a tremendous 2016, and a Melbourne Cup on the mantelpiece just looks fitting for Zambora Brocky.
All right, beautiful. So that was your selections. What about your $20 suggested bet?
Well, my $20 suggested bet, I've gone a trifecta here with 3 on top, anchored 1 out to win the race from numbers 1, 5, 6 and 8. And for third, I've gone numbers 1, 4, 5, 6 and 8. And so I've gone relatively wide, but just hoping Zambora Brocky can get out and go. But I do have the concern. There's one concern, Elly, for mine. Wormburner will push up early in the race, but I think Brocky will be past him. But Barton Vale can lay off the track at the first corner. That's the worry for Brocky. But if he can clear Barton Vale, he'll race home to a Melbourne Cup success.
Okay, and I'm not done picking your brain yet, because on Friday night we have the $145,000 Bold Tree. So what are your selections for that one?
Of course, yes, the other of the big Group 1s, this one being for the stayers. Look, my selections for the Bold Trees, Ellie. I've tipped 6, 3, 5 and 8. I'm going Mandy Hattie on top. I think he was one of the only greyhounds in the heat that he was in that was making ground, and I think he's a quality stayer on the up. For second, I've gone 3 Ramifications, the WA Greyhound, 5 Cooters Lad for third, and rounding out the top 4 with It's a Fling, who'll go round the favourite after winning a heat at $16.
All right, well, we'll have to wait until Friday night to see what happens there. It's going to be a huge night of greyhound racing. It's the richest race in the world, $600,000 for the Group 1 TAB Melbourne Cup. It's free entry on the night, and you also have the chance of winning $600,000 yourself.
Exactly right. The spinning wheel will be spinning. A patron just for being on course guaranteed to walk away with $10,000. And you're not only guaranteed to see that, but you're guaranteed to see a fantastic race. Brockie's going for the Shootout Melbourne Cup double, which hasn't been done since 2003. We're in for an absolute treat here at Sandown Park Friday night.
We absolutely are. And don't forget, for all the best form guides, you can head online to grv.org.au.